Hey everyone, it's Hynn. Today we'll uncover 5 hidden truths about Asta and Liebe in Black Clover. Let's dive into the secrets Tabata has been hiding. First, Asta and Liebe look almost identical in every possible way. If you pay close attention, it's actually pretty unsettling, especially since in Black Clover, nothing happens by accident. Indeed, they share the exact same backstory. Both were born without mana in a world ruled by magic, which put them at the very bottom of society. Moreover, they share the same mother, Lasita. For Asta, she gave birth to him but abandoned him, even if she had no choice. As for Liebe, she rescued him when everyone wanted him dead. She gave him a home, a purpose, and the love he had always dreamed of. Moreover, they're the same age and even the same height, 156 centimeters. Even if Asta's height wasn't officially updated, it's safe to assume he grew a little, since he was 155 centimeters at the start. Tabata even stated he wouldn't grow more than a centimeter, which makes him the same height as Liebe. And finally, mentally, they're on the same wavelength too. Asta isn't exactly a genius. He's the least smart of the Black Bulls. Liebe isn't much better. Just remember the scene Nak witnessed in the Dark Garden. It's honestly hard to tell which of them is dumber. Second, on their own, Asta and Liebe aren't that impressive. But together, they can take down anyone, thanks to anti-magic. Indeed, this demonic power, capable of erasing any magic, is considered low-tier by high-ranking devils. Which is paradoxical, because when you think about it, anti-magic is probably the rarest power in existence. It goes against the natural order, and requires insanely strict conditions. A devil must be born with 0 mana, plus a way to actually manifest anti-magic. Moreover, you also need a host with 0 mana, in this case, Asta and the Swords. We saw in the Dark Garden that Liebe himself can't manifest anti-magic. He can only control the anti-magic swords. As a result, the chances of all these extremely rare conditions happening together are basically 0. And that's without even factoring in Lasita, who indirectly created anti-magic by placing Liebe into the grimoire. So yeah, anti-magic didn't just happen. Someone clearly orchestrated everything. Third, Liebe arrived in the human world exactly 1 day after Lasita abandoned Asta. In fact, Asta was found by Orsi on October 4th, and Lasita met Liebe the very next day, October 5th. It's important to note, this wasn't in the same year. On top of that, after being thrown out of the underworld, Liebe landed right next to Hage Village. There's no way that's a coincidence. This was clearly planned by someone. As for the devil who threw Liebe out, he was probably following orders from a highest-ranking devil, or being controlled by one, similar to how Lucifero can control lower-ranked devils. Fourth, from the very start of the manga, Asta has worn a mysterious accessory, his headband. It's far from ordinary. In fact, it evolves as Asta's bond with Liebe grows. And the reason he keeps it is clear. The person who gave it to him is someone incredibly dear to him. Yes, Sister Lily. There are some clues about it in Ending 12, but we'll talk more about Lily's involvement another time. For now, just know that the headband's appearance isn't original. It was modified beforehand. As for its purpose, it probably acts like a catalyst, helping Asta reach his true potential and guiding him toward the final form that Astaroth is so interested in. And finally, don't forget the symbolism of Vanessa's stitching. She literally represents the thread of fate. Fifth, the recurring presence of the number 5 around Asta. As the manga says, the 4th leaf is given over to good luck, and in the 5th, there lives the devil, in this case Liebe. But that's just the beginning. Asta started his journey at age 15, standing 155 centimeters tall. On top of that, he has 5 adoptive siblings, Yūno, Nash, Rekka, Aruru, and Hollow. Also, during the Magic Knights exam, Asta received the number 165, while Yūno got 164. His devil union with Liebe lasted 5 minutes, and when it reached its peak, a 5th horn appeared on his head. Furthermore, he currently has 4 swords, but he will inevitably obtain a 5th one, which will be given to him by a former wizard king in the underworld when he travels there after his death. So here's the big question. Is the number 5 just Asta's symbol, or could it actually be a clue to his true nature? I'll let you think about that. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.